Sheremetyevo International Airport is an international airport located in Khimki, Moscow Oblast, Russia, 29 kilometers northwest of central Moscow. It is a hub for passenger operations of the Russian international airline Aeroflot, and is one of the three major airports that serve Moscow, along with Domodedovo International Airport and Vnukovo International Airport. In 2015, the airport handled 31,612,402 passengers and 256,104 aircraft movements, making the airport the busiest of the Russian Federation. History. The airport was originally built as a military object called Sheremetyevo, named after a settlement with the same name. The decree about the construction of the central aerodrome of the Air Force near the settlement of Vnukovo on the outskirts of Moscow was issued on September 1, 1953 by the Council of Ministers of the Soviet Union. The airport became operational on October 7, 1957 to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the October Revolution, after it was decided to turn the airport to a civilian. Sheremetyevo was opened on the 11th of August 1959. The first international flight took place on the 1st of June 1960 to Berlin Schönefeld Airport. The new airport received its name for two nearby venues, the village of Sheremetyevo and the Savalov station on the railway of the same name. Sheremetyevo was opened on the 3rd of September 1964. On the 12th of September 1967, the first scheduled passenger flight of the Tupolev Tu-134 departed from Sheremetyevo, followed by the first scheduled flight of the Ilyushin Il-62 on the 15th of September. Sheremetyevo-2, the larger of the two terminal complexes, opened on the 1st of January 1980 for the 1980 Summer Olympics. It was built according to the principles of design of Hanover-Langenhagen Airport, and was the arrival and departure point for international flights. Flights to cities in Russia and charter flights arrived and departed from Sheremetyevo-1. There is no physical connection between the two terminal complexes. They are essentially separate airports that use the same set of runways. Pulkovo Airport in St. Petersburg, Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport in Minneapolis-St. Paul, Minnesota, Sydney Airport in New South Wales, Australia, Perth Airport in Western Australia, Feriheji in Budapest, and Ninoy Aquino International Airport in Manila, Philippines are other examples. In the 2000s, Sheremetyevo saw growing competition from a newer and more comfortable Domodedovo International Airport. With major airlines leaving Sheremetyevo, the need for reconstruction had become ever more evident. Since the 3rd of July 2010, a walkway opened between Terminals D, E, F, and the Aero Express Railway Terminal on the public access side. Since the 2nd of November 2010, a walkway opened between Terminals D, E, and F on the security side. Both of these simplify transfer between transit flights. After the reconstruction, the southern complex of the airport will be able to receive up to 25 million passengers annually. Ultimately, after the northern part of the airport is reconstructed, the airport will have the capacity to receive 40 million passengers annually. Since December 25, 2009, all terminals have been identified by letters as opposed to numbers. In December 2011, a new area control center was opened. It consolidates the gathering, monitoring, and control of the airport's different control centers across all of the organizations that affect its efficient operation. The Situational Center also forms part of the Airport Control Center. SC is intended for joint work of top managers, heads of state bodies, and partners of Sheremetyevo Sheremetyevo. It is activated only in the case of an emergency. A 20-year master plan that includes the incorporation of Terminal 3, the construction of a third runway, and the phased expansion of the airport, was developed in September 2008. The master plan aims to create a strategy for long-term land development. The Ministry of Transport has granted approximately $2 billion from the federal budget and $1 billion from non-budgetary funds for the upgrade project. The contract to prepare the airport master plan was awarded to Scott Wilson Group. Additionally, the airport's 2 runways are set for major reconstruction, including widening and resurfacing. The Moscow Oblast government has reserved adjacent land for a future third runway. In February 2016, the Russian government transferred a 68% stake in Sheremetyevo Airport to TPS Avia, a company jointly owned by businessman Arkady Rotenberg, on condition the firm invest $840 million to upgrade and expand the airport's infrastructure, terminals and infrastructure. Sheremetyevo International Airport has 4 operating passenger terminals and 1 special terminal reserved for the use of private and business aviation. The airport's terminals are divided into 2 groups based on geographical location: the North and South terminal areas. The 2 terminal areas are linked by regular internal and external bus services. North Terminals. Terminal A opened in 2012 to the east of Terminal B. Terminal A is used for the servicing of business and private aviation. 22 remote stands, which previously made up the western sector of Terminal B, now belong to Terminal A. Terminal B. Terminal B, previously Sheremetyevo, catered mainly to internal low-cost flights. The terminal has 64 remote aircraft stands, including 8 stands used for the maintenance of Aeroflot aircraft, and 5 in the eastern sector, which are used to service cargo flights. Located in the northern part of the airport, the terminal was put into operation in 1964. Is divided into 2 buildings, the arrival hall zone and departures area. Terminal B is remarkable for its architecturally unique and unusual spaceship-like gate area, which is connected to the main building by a passenger footbridge. The terminal's design was masterminded by a project team working under the guidance of architect Sergei Vnukovo. The terminal was demolished in August 2015. Nevertheless, on October 2015, the construction of the new terminal building has begun. The completion date is unknown, but the constructors will try to finish till FIFA 2018 in Russia begins. Terminal C cost an estimated $87.7 million to construct. It has 40,000 square meters of floor space and has a capacity of 5 million passengers per year. The terminal now tends to handle flights of CIS carriers and charter airlines. On March 12, 2007, Sheremetyevo opened its first entirely new-built terminal for the servicing of international flights. Located in the northern part of the airport and adjacent to Terminal B, it has 30 check-in counters, 36 passport control booths, a 3-level automatic baggage sorting system, and 6 air bridges. Terminal C is connected by way of an elevated pedestrian gallery with a multi-story parking facility for 1,000 vehicles. In autumn 2008, an Orthodox chapel was opened on the terminal's 3rd floor. South Terminals. Terminal D opened in November 2009, is adjacent to Terminal F. The 172,000 square meters building is a hub for Aeroflot and its SkyTeam partners, with capacity for 12 million passengers per year. Aeroflot had been trying to implement the project of a new terminal since January 2001. However, construction only began in 2005, with commissioning of the complex finally taking place on 15 November 2009. The acquisition of its own terminal was a condition of Aeroflot's entry into the SkyTeam airline alliance, thus necessitating the construction. The main contractor for the build was a Turkish company, Enka. Terminal D has 22 jetways and 11 remote stands. On November 15, 2009 at 9:15 a.m., the first flight from Terminal D departed for the southern resort city of Sochi. Despite this, Aeroflot took a number of months to transfer all of its international flights from Terminal F to D, whilst previously Terminal D had remained a separate legal entity from the rest of Sheremetyevo Airport. In spring 2012, it became an integrated unit of Sheremetyevo International Airport (JSC). As part of the deal, Aeroflot, VEB Bank, and VTB Bank, all of which had invested in the construction of Terminal D, became part shareholders in the airport as a whole. The basis for the architectural and artistic image of Terminal D is that of a giant swan with outstretched wings. Terminal D opened in 2010 as a capacity expansion project, connecting Terminals D and F. The terminal's construction has allowed for the development of Terminals D and F, as well as the railway station, into a single south terminal complex. The terminals of this complex connected by a number of pedestrian walkways with travelators, thus allowing for passengers to move freely between its constituent facilities. In December 2010, a new chapel dedicated to St. Nicholas opened on the second floor of Terminal D. The terminal is used for international flights primarily by Aeroflot and its SkyTeam partners. Terminal D has 8 jetway-equipped gates. The VIA Express Transit Hotel between security passport check-ins provides short-term accommodations for passengers changing planes without having to present a visa for entering Russia. The hotel drew international attention in June 2013 when Edward Snowden checked into the hotel while seeking asylum. Terminal F opened on May 6, 1980 for the Moscow Summer Olympics. Terminal F, previously Sheremetyevo, has 15 jetways and 21 remote aircraft stands. The terminal was designed to service 6 million passengers per year. Until the completion of Terminal C, it was Sheremetyevo's only terminal that was capable of adequately servicing international flights. The design is a larger version of the one of Hanover-Langenhagen Airport by the same architects. A major reconstruction of the terminal and its interior space was completed by late 2009. For the convenience of passengers, the departures lounge and duty-free zone were thoroughly modernized, whilst a number of partitioned walls were removed to create extra retail and lounge space. Airlines and destinations, passenger cargo ground transportation, rail. In November 2004, an express train connection was established from the Savyalovsky station to the Lobnya station, which is 7 kilometers from the airport, with the remainder of the journey taken by bus or taxi. On 10 June 2008, a 60,000 square meter rail terminal opened in front of Terminal F with direct service from Savyalovsky station. A shuttle bus service ferries passengers to Terminal B and Terminal C. For 28 August 2009, the line was extended to Belorusky station, and by 2015, it is intended that a new central rail terminal will serve all 3 of Moscow's main airports. As of 2010, the train operates a Belorusky station non-stop with the service at Savyalovsky eliminated. The rail link is operated by Aeroexpress, a subsidiary of Russian Railways. The main road leading to the airport, Leningradskoye Highway, has experienced large traffic jams. Since the 23rd of December 2014, a toll road to the airport has been opened. It connects with Moscow.It near Dmitrovskoye Highway. Now it is possible to reach the airport in 5 minutes, avoiding traffic jams. Slow buses and faster minivans connect Sheremetyevo with Moscow's extensive metro network. Official airport taxis are available from taxi counters in arrivals. Prices to the city are fixed based on zones. A shuttle bus connects the northern cluster with the south cluster. Accidents and incidents. On the 26th of September 1960, Austrian Airlines Flight 901 crashed 11 kilometers short of the runway at Sheremetyevo Airport. Of the 37 people on board, 31 died. On the 27th of November 1972, Japan Airlines Flight 446, a DC-8-62, crashed while in an initial climb on a route from Sheremetyevo International Airport to Haneda Airport. There were 14 crew members and 62 passengers on board the aircraft. A total of 9 crew and 52 passengers died, with a total of 61 of 76 occupants dead. On the 6th of July 1982, Aeroflot Flight 411, an Ilyushin Il-62, crashed on takeoff. All 90 on board died. On the 28th of July 2002, a Pulkovo Airlines Ilyushin Il-86 with 16 crew members and no passengers on board crashed shortly after takeoff. 2 stewardesses survived. On the 3rd of June 2014, Ilyushin Il-96 RA-98010 of Aeroflot was damaged beyond economical repair in a fire whilst parked. In popular culture, the airport is the setting of the opening of Olympic Games, the 13th episode of the animated television series New Pogodi. In Tom Clancy's spy novel The Cardinal of the Kremlin, the U.S. negotiations team lands at Sheremetyevo from Shannon Airport in Ireland. The KGB chairman and his prisoner also arrive there to board the negotiations team. VC-137 are to defect to the United States. In the action thriller film Air Force One, the President of the United States takes off from Sheremetyevo, but the plane is hijacked by terrorists shortly after takeoff. The airport is featured in the action spy film The Bourne Supremacy starring Matt Damon. Terminal 2 is shown, followed by a scene shot at the arrival pickup area outside Terminal 2. The airport is featured in the first-person shooter video game Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 2 in the controversial mission No Russian, during which Terminal D is attacked by terrorists. Donald Trump, American real estate mogul and Republican presidential candidate, allegedly screamed obscenities at a baggage carrier, and has refused to apologize for his claim of the workers' hostility and negative demeanor.